Hello everyone, I'm LOL Freddy and I'm here again with another settings video. Yeah, settings! Alright, this time it's going to be the OBS settings that I have that I use to stream Playerunknown's Battlegrounds. I stream over at 720p, 60 frames per second. So let me show you what I have. Starting off with, obviously, OBS. I have it set up here. I have the version 18.0.1 64-bit Windows. And right now I'm just recording very simply with a video capture device, which is my camera, my Logitech little camera here. That guy right there. Hi! And my display capture, which is just my desktop, which is 1080p right now. But let me show you what I do to capture my gameplay during streaming for PUBG, or Playerunknown's Battlegrounds. So let's get back, let's get in here to settings. And let's see. Alright, so general, there's not much to see here in general. It's pretty much all standard. I do like the dark theme because it's easier on the eyeballs. Much easier. Let's see. Stream. Basically, you use your streaming services. Could be Twitch, could be YouTube, whatever you use. It's up to you. Obviously, you have to keep your stream key a secret, because if you don't, then people can probably stream as you or something. That'd be kind of crazy, huh? Output, let's see. So I got my output set up to advanced so I can see all the options. I'm using the NVENC H.264 encoder. And the rescale output, I leave it blank. I don't check that because there's no need for me to check it. I rather just show you what I do in order to rescale it to 720. My rate control is CBR and constant bit rate, and I leave it at 3500. The higher you go with this, the better it's going to look, obviously, but you got to make sure that your internet service provider is actually allowing you to have that specific speed or higher. Actually, me, I have Spectrum. I get about 5.5 to 6 megabits, so I just put it up to 3.5 or 3500 KB here, and it works for me for 720 60 frames per second for Playerunknown Battlegrounds. For Final Fantasy 14, it looks okay, kind of blurry, because with MMOs it's a little bit tricky to get good unblurred image quality. But for players, it actually looks pretty good. I could probably bump this up to 4, but I wouldn't want to risk actually skipping frames because of that, because my internet is not that fast. Very important, keyframe interval 2. I know a lot of people recommend 2. Twitch for sure recommends 2. YouTube, I use 2. I haven't seen any problems using 2. I've used 0 before where it's automatic, and I haven't seen problems with that either, but generally it's recommended to be at 2. My preset, I got to set to Blu-ray because it makes it look pretty. In my opinion, makes it look a little bit better than any of the other ones. High performance, high quality, I don't see any differences. Blu-ray, I think it looks better. Maybe it's just a placebo effect. Who knows? But I like the idea of the preset being at Blu-ray. Profile, I just have it at main. My level, auto, I don't really change much of that. GPU, leave it at 0, and B frames, I leave them at 2. Okay. Let's see here. For audio, it's pretty easy. I like my audio to sound good, so I have it up to 4800, or what is it, 48,000 hertz, so 48 kilohertz. Channel stereo, then you set your device. I have my headset here, my H7PXs to be my audio device, and my microphone input device. So that's what I have right now, and most of the time I have push to talk enabled, so you just enable push to talk here and you set a hotkey for it. For video, obviously I can't change anything while I'm recording with this. Base canvas resolution, you set it to your native resolution, your base canvas, which mine is 1920 by 1080. And then your output scale, I have it set to 1280 by 720, and that's going to basically scale it down to 720. And let's see, and my downscale filter, I like to use Lanxos sharpened scaling 32 samples. Makes it look very sharp. I've used the other ones, it doesn't look very good. This is the best one. And of course, your common FPS value. Here you could choose 30, 60, or I think a little bit higher than that. I choose 60. YouTube doesn't allow anything higher than 60, I don't believe right now. or if they do, I probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference. I don't know, maybe my system wouldn't be able to handle it. Who knows? Anyways, I have it set to 60, and that's pretty much it. I know with OBS Studio, if you don't have an NVIDIA card, you can also choose to use the AMD one, the AMD encoder. And then also, if you want to use your CPU to do most of the encoding, you can choose the other settings for CPU. There, I used to do that before, and honestly, it's better for me to use the NVNC H.264 encoder because it takes a lot of the strain off of the processor, and that's a big deal for me, especially with Playerunknown's Battlegrounds, because that game is super CPU intensive. So being able to take all that CPU strain and dumping it over on my GTX 1080 helps tremendously. Obviously, if you choose to use your CPU, then that's when you have to choose your presets for, between placebo, slow, slower, slowest, or is it the other way around, all the way up to like fastest. People generally recommend anything above medium. So medium is good, but it eats up a lot of your CPU. So slow, slower, and very slow settings, or I'm sorry, the other way around. Very fast, what is it? Very fast, fast, and very fast, faster, fast. Obviously, the faster you go, the lower the quality is going to be. I know it's kind of backwards. Higher quality, like higher, the faster it is, the lower quality is going to be. It's kind of backwards if you ask me. So you want to go, medium or, very fast. If you go anything higher, higher meaning lower, so like to very slow, slower, or slowest, it's going to definitely eat up more of your CPU, but it's going to make your images look sharper. So if you have a really good CPU, you can test that out. But for me personally, I'd rather use the encoder, the NVENC encoder through NVIDIA. It's a lot better. It works better for me. As you can see, my videos, when I stream them at 720p, 60 frame rates per second, they're smooth. I don't get any crazy CPU errors or any stuttering. The only stuttering that I get is actually the game loading or pulling information out of the server. And that happens only when there's a lot of stuff going on. It's like pulling a lot of information. For my drive, I do use an M.2 SATA drive, the Western Digital Blue 500 gigabyte M.2 SATA drive, or SSD. Well, same thing. Yeah, the M.2 SSD, and it's amazing. It's a super fast drive. I love it. They just released the Western Digital Black. I might be getting one of those if I save enough money. Who knows? If not, I'm pretty content with using my M.2 Blue, Western Digital Blue. Let's see, and that's pretty much it. The CPU that I use is the Intel i5 6600K, and that's overclocked to 4.4 gigahertz. I don't have an i7. I kind of want to buy an i7, but right now I cannot afford it. Maybe in the future, who knows? And then also my RAM, I have DDR4 RAM. I have 16 gigs. I forgot the actual speed for that, but it's DDR4 and it helps. And that's pretty much it. If you have any questions for me about my settings, or you have any questions about what I could recommend for you, or if you want to test things out and show me, just leave a comment below so I can take a look at it. Always feel free to subscribe. I like to do videos like this every so often. I like to play a bunch of different games, like PlayStation games, retro, like Final Fantasy Tactics, what I'm playing now. I like to play PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. Obviously, I love that game. I like to play CSGO. Basically, just like whatever games are out there, I like to jump in there and play around, I like to stream them for you guys. But yeah, again, if you have any questions, let me know. If you like the video, like it. If you don't like it, dislike it. Regardless, I have fun making these videos, so it's all fun for me. And again, subscribe if you want to. All right, guys. Well, I hope this helps. And if it doesn't, then if it does, then yeah. And that's it. You guys take care, okay? Bye.